Dear students, today I am going to describe the concept of releasers. As we had studied in the last lecture, and I had mentioned there that the whole subject of ethology, it depends on certain concepts. One of the concept which we had studied last time was concept of motivation, and I would like to give you a bit of revision regarding concept of motivation, which was willingness to expand energy to achieve a goal or reward. And it was defined as goal directed activity, and I had instantiated with a hungry dog which has the highest motivational level, but the motivational level it diminishes after consuming the food or bone. And I had mentioned three distinct phases of motivation. One was appetitive phase, which is also called as searching behavior, and it's the period where the natural drive or desire to satisfy the bodily need in terms of mating, eating, or drinking is at the highest level. Whenever an animal finds one of these things which it desires, the appetitive behavior ceases there and new phase of motivation begins, that is consummatory, which is the actual act of consumption of the desired aspect, may it be mate or food or water or any other resource. So consummatory phase is the period of response immediately after searching behavior. It occurs in response to a stimuli, but after consuming it, a sense of fulfillment arises in the animal, and thereafter the response diminishes. The last one is the quiescent phase. Is the third phase of motivation, in which the animal remain non-responsive to any of the three aspects we had discussed or mentioned, that is mate, food or water. And this quiescent period is followed comes after consummatory behavior. In this period, even if that a food is present, the animal is not going to respond because of the neuroendocrine system not supporting, and the animal remains unresponsive to the further stimulation. So we'll be carrying on with concept of sign stimuli, which is also concept of sign stimuli, which is also called as key stimulus, or concept of releasers or sign stimuli. Now what is this sign stimuli? These are actually the signals which evoke instinctive patterns of behavior or response in the target individual. There are many releasers identified by the experimentators, like Konrad Lorenz identified many releasers. First of them was Haringle's chick pecks instinctively at the red spot on the parent's bill, which induces the parent to regurgitate the crop milk contained inside its body. And this was in response to the pecking on the red spot present on the bill. So this is the pecking by the chick on the red bill or the red spot serves as key stimulus or sign stimulus, and it releases the behavior of regurgitation of crop milk. Another example is hen rescuing a struggling chick. Now, when does the hen rescue the struggling chick? It does so only after hearing the distress cries. But if the hen does not hear the sound of distress, it is not going to exhibit the rescuing behavior. And if you cover the chick with the glass lid, and if the hen doesn't hear the sound, able to hear the sound, the hen is not going to uh, exhibit the rescuing behavior. Third one is fighting in territorial animals when another male enters. The entry of the other male serves as sign stimulus to invoke territorial behavior or fighting behavior. Next one is a courting pigeon begin bow and coo to stuffed model of female even in absence of actual female. This is also the stuffed model of female serves as releaser or serves as sign stimulus or key stimulus in release of courting behavior in pigeons. Furthering, stickleback fish's bright red color of the belly and the neck serves as sign stimulus for other males to attack it, while elicits attraction in female fish. Now, this single sign stimulus, which is bright red color of the belly, serves two or invokes two kinds of behavior. One is attack by the other male, and another is courting with the female fish. Then another term which comes to fore is law of heterogeneous summation. This is also related to the sign stimulus. Many a time when the sign stimulus is not one, but it is the combination of many and may be having additive effect, such a sign stimulus which is combination of many and has additive effect is called as law of heterogeneous summation. Here the independent and heterogeneous, altogether different features of the stimulus, they are additive in their effect as regards to causing behavior. For example, color, auditory signals, patches on the body, color markings of cichliid fish, Haplochromis burtoni, are having additive effect in eliciting aggression in the rival fish. One more term is supernormal stimulus. When stimulus which releases behavior pattern more effectively because of certain aspect or the efficiency or efficacy it has, then natural stimulus, such a stimulus is called as supernormal stimulus. For instance, birds prefer larger artificial eggs for incubation purposes. And also brood parasitism by cuckoo are examples of supernormal stimuli. Now, what are the types of sign stimuli or releasers which elicits responses? The sign stimulus or releasers can be classed into three types. First one is visual releasers or visual sign stimulus. The visual sign stimuli or releasers are morphological characters displayed to elicit the response. That means such visual releasers, they can be viewed or can be sighted. For example, display of feathers, dancing of birds, nest making by weaver bird attracting the females but repels other male. The emission of light by the firefly, which emits the light emits signals that brings response from the prospective mates. Now, coloration also serves as visual releaser. Stickleback fish, you might have heard about it, which is gastrosteus. Here the male gets nuptial coloration during the breeding season, and its belly or stomach gets bright red in color. It serves as warning signal to other mates not to enter inside the territory which has been created by that particular male. So, next type of sign stimulus is auditory releasers or auditory sign stimuli. The sound produced by hummingbirds attracts mate. The humming sound produced by male insect attracts the female insects. Singing by songbirds like cuckoos, nightingales, starlings establishes territory and attracts the female for mating by singing. Stridulation, you might have heard stridulating sound of cricket during the breeding season. It serves as a strong sign for mates. Another is cocu calls given by tree frog Eulethrodactylus. They serve as strong auditory releasers for males as well as female frogs from the same species. Mind you that these releasers, they are species specific. Another kind of the sign stimuli are chemical releasers. These chemical releasers are the chemicals which are released in form of pheromones as they affect the individuals of same species. These chemicals are called as pheromones. Whereas when the chemicals which are released which affect the individual of other species, such chemicals are called as allomones. So pheromones and allomones, in that sense, they serve as chemical releasers. For instance, sex pheromones in vertebrates, example copulin by females in asteris, serves as sign stimulus or releasers of a particular behavior by the responding animals. Now we have alarm pheromones also. These alarm pheromones, they also serve as sign stimulus or releasers and alerts the colony, and these are exhibited by honeybees, wasps, certain species of fishes that have schooling and shoaling behavior. Then lastly we have trail pheromones. These trail pheromones are chemicals which are secreted by two socially organized species of insects, the termites and the ants. So, students, this is all in this lecture. In the upcoming lecture, we'll study another concept of ethology, which is called as fixed action pattern. Until then, thank you so much.